Brown eyes. Brown eyes are the most common eye color on Earth, found in roughly 80% of the global population. This dominance isn't random. It's the result of evolutionary pressure in sun-rich environments where protection mattered more than light sensitivity. The brown color comes from high concentrations of melanin in the iris. This pigment acts as a natural shield, absorbing ultraviolet radiation and reducing glare. For early humans living near the equator under intense sunlight, this protection was crucial. It preserved vision quality and reduced the risk of sun-related eye damage over a lifetime. Brown eyes remain stable across different lighting conditions. Unlike lighter colors that shift in appearance, brown eyes maintain their depth and uniformity. This stability comes from melanin's light-absorbing properties. Instead of reflecting light outward, brown eyes draw it in, which enhances visual endurance in bright environments. Research shows brown-eyed individuals have lower rates of macular degeneration and certain eye cancers compared to lighter-eyed people. The melanin provides ongoing protection throughout life. They also show less sensitivity to bright light and glare, making them naturally adapted to sunny climates. There's also evidence of faster reaction times in certain visual tasks. The theory is that the melanin-rich iris processes intense light more efficiently, allowing quicker visual responses in bright conditions. Blue eyes. Blue eyes emerged as an evolutionary adaptation to low-light environments, particularly in northern regions where sunlight was scarce and winters were long. Only about 8 to 10% of the global population has blue eyes, and they all trace back to a single genetic mutation that occurred 6,000 to 10,000 years ago. The blue color isn't from pigment. It's a structural effect called Rayleigh scattering, the same phenomenon that makes the sky appear blue. The iris has very little melanin, and when light hits it, shorter blue wavelengths scatter outward while longer wavelengths pass through. This is why blue eyes can appear to change color depending on lighting, shifting from bright blue to gray to almost violet. The lack of melanin creates advantages in dim conditions. Blue eyes allow more light to enter, enhancing vision when illumination is poor. This gave early northern populations an edge during long, dark winters. They could see better at dawn, dusk, and in shadowy forests where hunting and gathering occurred. However, this sensitivity comes with vulnerability. Blue eyes offer minimal protection against UV radiation, making them more susceptible to sun damage and light sensitivity. Blue-eyed individuals are more likely to experience discomfort in bright sunlight and have higher risks of certain eye conditions related to UV exposure. There's also research suggesting blue-eyed people may have higher pain tolerance, possibly linked to the same genetic variations that reduced melanin production. The connection isn't fully understood, but the pattern appears across multiple studies. Green eyes. Green eyes are among the rarest, found in only about 2% of the global population. They represent a precise balance between protection and sensitivity, containing moderate melanin levels, plus a yellowish pigment called lipochrome. This combination creates their distinctive color. Green eyes are most common in people of Northern and Central European descent, particularly in Ireland, Scotland, and Iceland. Their rarity comes from the specific genetic combination required. Too much melanin produces brown eyes, too little produces blue. Green sits in the narrow middle ground. This balance makes green eyes highly adaptive to variable lighting conditions. They perform reasonably well in both bright and dim environments, though they don't excel in either extreme the way brown or blue eyes do. This versatility may have been advantageous in temperate climates with changing seasons and mixed lighting conditions. Green eyes are notably dynamic. They appear to shift color based on lighting, clothing, and surroundings, ranging from emerald to hazel to golden green. This isn't an illusion. The combination of pigments and light scattering creates genuine color variation depending on conditions. Research shows green-eyed individuals have moderate UV protection, better than blue but less than brown. They show average rates of light sensitivity and sun-related eye conditions, sitting between the extremes of other eye colors. Culturally, green eyes have been associated with mystery and rarity throughout history, likely because they're uncommon enough to stand out, but not so rare as to seem abnormal. Hazel eyes. Hazel eyes are chameleons. They contain varying amounts of melanin distributed unevenly across the iris, combined with lipochrome, creating a multicolored appearance that shifts dramatically with lighting and surroundings. They can appear brown in dim light, green in certain conditions, and golden in bright sunlight. About 5% of people have hazel eyes, making them relatively uncommon. They're most frequent in people of European and Middle Eastern descent. The uneven pigment distribution creates their signature appearance, often with a different color near the pupil than at the outer edge. This variability suggests evolutionary versatility. Hazel eyes adapt reasonably well to different lighting conditions, offering moderate protection in bright environments and acceptable sensitivity in dim ones. They represent a middle path, neither specialized for extreme sun nor extreme darkness. The dynamic color changes aren't optical illusions. The multiple pigments and varying melanin concentrations interact with light differently depending on wavelength and intensity, creating genuine color shifts. This makes hazel eyes one of the most visually complex eye colors. Health-wise, hazel eyes show moderate risk profiles, falling between brown and lighter colors for most conditions. They have decent UV protection, but not as much as brown eyes, and reasonable light sensitivity without the extreme vulnerability of blue eyes. Amber eyes. Amber eyes are exceptionally rare, found in less than 5% of the population. They're characterized by a solid golden, copper, or honey color that remains consistent across lighting conditions. Unlike hazel eyes, which shift, amber eyes maintain their distinctive warm tone. The color comes from high levels of lipochrome with relatively low melanin. This creates a translucent, glowing quality that's often compared to wolf or cat eyes. In fact, amber is common in predatory animals, which may explain why amber eyes in humans often appear intense or striking. Amber eyes are most common in people of Asian, Spanish, South American, and South African descent. Their distribution suggests multiple genetic pathways can produce this color, though all involve the specific balance of pigments that creates the golden tone. The consistent color across lighting conditions suggests a stable pigment structure. Unlike eyes that rely heavily on light scattering, amber eyes maintain their appearance because the lipochrome provides actual color rather than structural effects. Research on amber eyes specifically is limited due to their rarity, but they likely share characteristics with other medium pigmented eyes, offering moderate UV protection and light sensitivity between the extremes of brown and blue. Culturally, amber eyes have been associated with intensity and confidence, possibly because their rarity and the association with predatory animals creates a subconscious impression of alertness or power. Gray eyes. Gray eyes are extremely rare, found in less than 3% of the population. They have even less melanin than blue eyes, creating a different light scattering effect. Instead of reflecting primarily blue wavelengths, gray eyes scatter light more diffusely across multiple wavelengths, creating their distinctive steel or silver appearance. Gray eyes are most common in Northern and Eastern European populations. Their extreme rarity reflects the unusual genetic combination required, even more specific than what produces blue eyes. The low melanin content suggests advantages in very low light conditions. Gray-eyed individuals may have slightly enhanced night vision compared to other eye colors, though research on this is limited. The trade-off is extreme sensitivity to bright light and high vulnerability to UV damage. Gray eyes can appear to shift between silver, blue-gray, and even slightly green depending on lighting, but they maintain a cool, neutral tone that distinguishes them from blue eyes. This stability in tone despite lighting changes suggests a unique structural arrangement in the iris. Health-wise, gray eyes likely share the vulnerabilities of blue eyes, with minimal UV protection and higher sensitivity to sun damage. The extreme lack of melanin provides little natural shielding. The rarity and cool appearance of gray eyes have led to cultural associations with wisdom, emotional control, and mystery. Whether these reflect actual personality correlations or simply cultural projections remains unclear. Black eyes. True black eyes don't exist. What appears black is actually very dark brown, caused by extremely high melanin concentration. The pigment is so dense that the iris appears to have no variation in color, creating a uniform dark appearance that looks black in most lighting. This extreme pigmentation is most common in people of African, East Asian, and Southeast Asian descent. It represents the maximum expression of melanin production in the iris, providing the strongest possible natural UV protection. Black eyes offer superior protection against sun damage, glare, and UV-related eye conditions. The dense melanin absorbs nearly all harmful radiation, making them ideally suited for equatorial and high UV environments. People with black eyes show the lowest rates of sun-related eye damage in certain eye cancers. The uniform darkness also makes black eyes difficult to read emotionally. The pupil blends with the iris, making pupil dilation less visible. This can make facial expressions harder to interpret, which some researchers suggest may have social implications, though this remains speculative. Black eyes maintain their appearance across all lighting conditions. Unlike lighter eyes that shift and change, black eyes remain consistently dark, reflecting their stable, high-pigment structure. Heterochromia. Heterochromia is the condition where someone has two different colored eyes or significant color variation within a single eye. It affects less than 1% of the population, making it extremely rare. Complete heterochromia means each eye is a completely different color, like one blue and one brown. Partial heterochromia means one eye has two distinct colors within it. Central heterochromia means the inner ring around the pupil is a different color than the outer iris. Most cases result from benign genetic variations during development. Melanin distribution becomes asymmetric, creating different pigmentation in each eye. This usually happens randomly and doesn't indicate any health problems. However, heterochromia can occasionally result from injury, inflammation, or certain medical conditions. When it appears suddenly in adulthood, rather than being present from birth, it warrants medical evaluation. From a functional perspective, each eye operates according to its own pigmentation. A person with one brown and one blue eye has maximum UV protection in the brown eye and maximum light sensitivity in the blue eye. This creates an unusual situation where each eye has different strengths and vulnerabilities. Culturally, heterochromia has been viewed as everything from a sign of supernatural power to simple genetic curiosity. Its rarity ensures it always attracts attention and often becomes a defining feature of someone's appearance. 8 eye colors. 8 different evolutionary strategies for vision. Brown eyes dominate globally, offering maximum protection in sunny environments. Blue eyes emerge for low-light northern climates. Green eyes balance protection and sensitivity. Hazel eyes adapt to changing conditions. Amber eyes glow with rare golden pigment. Gray eyes scatter light in unique ways. Black eyes provide ultimate UV defense. And heterochromia creates asymmetric advantages. Your eye color reflects your ancestral environment. Brown and black eyes trace to equatorial origins where sun protection was crucial. Blue and gray eyes emerged in northern regions where light sensitivity mattered more. Green and hazel represent temperate adaptations to variable conditions. None is superior. Each succeeded in different environments. Brown eyes excel in bright sun, but sacrifice night vision. Blue eyes see better in darkness, but suffer in glare. Green and hazel split the difference. Your eye color is an evolutionary message about where your ancestors lived and what challenges they faced. It also affects your health risks. Lighter eyes need more UV protection and face higher risks of certain eye conditions. Darker eyes have natural shielding, but may need more light for optimal vision in dim conditions. Understanding your eye color's strengths and vulnerabilities helps you protect your vision throughout life. What color are your eyes? Does this match what you've experienced? Drop it in the comments. And if you learned something new about yourself, subscribe. We reveal the hidden biology behind who you are every week. Next, we're covering every cognitive bias that controls your decisions without you realizing it. Your eye color isn't just genetics, it's a window into your ancestral past.